I understand you just got back from Paris, and I know you guys were working on the Pompidou. And, I published the itinerary, and I think it's fairly straightforward. But just curious your personal experiences and what was your takeaway and why you thought this was an important trip for the city.
Look, I think that, the city answered, I think, a lot of the questions, but the reality is that they are here a lot, working with us here, and periodically we go out there with regards to meeting with their leadership and learning a little bit more about some of the capabilities around education and youth programming in particular. So, I was there for 2 days, maybe less. Flew out Sunday night overall, went straight to meetings Monday morning, and then flew back very, very early Wednesday morning. So it was very comprehensive and I think ultimately productive.
So are you still looking at a 2024 opening date?
I think ultimately it's going to be later in the target was always 2025 to open. And I think it's going to be end of 2025, early 2020, mid 2026, in that range, because, there still are pieces that we're sorting out. The good thing is it is moving forward, and, everything's a go.
All right. And, some people were wondering what are the costs of the taxpayer. We've heard this from day one, right? But, what's the budget on this? Are we looking at 50 million, 100 million, any guesstimate?
We're working through some of that stuff right now, so I don't want to guess. But, at the end of the day, this is a project that has an impact to the entire state of New Jersey and the entire region. It's a global institution that's choosing to have their North American location here in Jersey City. They could be anywhere. It's going to be an economic driver for the entire region. And I honestly don't even view it so much as just a Jersey City project, because it's going to have impact far beyond Jersey City. Of course, Jersey City benefits because it's here, but it's going to be significant, and we're still working through some of the details around the cost.
All right, point taken. So now, Mayor, obviously there's been this rash of hit and runs in 2023, and I think the one that caught a lot of people's attention was taqueria, right? It's not every day that someone gets in this dispute at a bar, they drive into the restaurant. And then there was the issue with 911, and, I know you guys tried to privatize, the council said no. And, look, it's been a long road, I guess we could say. We talked about this several times over the years. So where are we at, and what could be done to try to remedy what's going on?
Look, I don't necessarily know that privatization was the solution. What we wanted to do with that proposal was have independent eyes look at it specifically around a problem, and then have a detailed proposal about what the cost would be to fix it and how we could go about it. And sometimes the best perspectives come from people that come with an unbiased point of view, and that's the reason why we propose that. There's been a cultural problem there, a personnel issue, technology issues, and these things have been for the past several years. We've gone to the council asking for support. Coincidentally, we went 2 weeks prior to the taqueria situation. We had a closed session specifically around this with the city council, and this was the main topic, asking for support. And I feel like at that meeting, they were supportive, and we were going to bring back the proposal that we did last year for another look from the city council. We tried to answer their questions in more detail in that closed session, and I feel like ultimately the council agreed that it was worthwhile. So hopefully it's on the next council agenda and we go from there.
Now, in the interim, in the event that there is an emergency, should Jersey City residents still feel comfortable about calling 911?
Look, I think you should still feel comfortable. There was, we get 48,000 calls a month. It is one of the busier in the entire state, and it does have the potential to be overloaded like it did at Taqueria when you had 200 calls in a couple minutes. But people should feel comfortable, and ultimately we're very conscious of the issues there, and we're doing our best to put reinforcements within 911 to make sure that people don't have issues if, God forbid, they need that help.
All right, thanks for that. So real quick on politics. So as you're well aware, FDU did a poll, Fairleigh Dickinson that is, and they did Republicans and Democrats, likely candidates or potential candidates for governor. Your name ID was probably like 5 out of 6, if I'm not mistaken. Now look, it's really early, but what was your takeaway, if anything, from that poll?
I think it's very, very early to have any poll have any sort of meaning, and everybody would interpret a poll, based on their own individual sentiments. And largely, what I heard is a lot of people viewed it in different ways based on their biases coming into it, who they like, who they don't like. It's very early. I mean, there's no field yet of declared candidates, and any poll doesn't really shape or change anything with regards to people's decisions, because at this stage nobody spent any money on advertising. Some people are coming off last year's elections where they did spend money. Some people have been more parochial in different parts of the state. Numbers show that. So you can interpret it any way you want to benefit yourself, see it how you want to see it, but I don't think it really has a meaning beyond, hey, this is just a snapshot of nothing at the point.